Welcome back, fans, to the Victoria U Sports Complex for Game 2 of this Red River Athletic Conference doubleheader between the University of the Southwest Mustangs and the UHV Jaguars. The Jags took Game 1 12-3 in 5 innings, thanks to a big 9-run first, in which Claire Blinkel started the game off with a boom. Solo home run to center field. Her ninth of the year, UHV went on to plate 8 more after that. Let's give you the lineups for Game 2. First for Southwest, Denali Garces bats first and plays third base. Batting second, Aubrey Ramos, and playing in center field. Batting third, the second baseman, Yesenia Rodriguez. Layla Stouter, the first baseman, batting cleanup. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Haley Hernandez. Adriana Nettles bats sixth, and she'll catch in Game 2. Liz Pinion's batting seventh and playing shortstop. Lexi Martinez is the designated player and batting eighth. Maya Andres rounds out the order and batting ninth and playing right field. The pitcher in Game 2 for the Mustangs is Alexis Bellin, 7-13 record, 5.12 ERA. This will be her 21st start of the season. She's thrown 131 in the third innings for the Mustangs with 90 strikeouts. That's up there in the top 5 in the Red River Athletic Conference. Here's the lineup she'll face from UHV. Leading it off will be the first baseman, Claire Blinka. Alyssa Carter gets the start at third. She'll bat second like she did in Game 1. Allison Snedeker bats third. She'll play shortstop. The designated player, Deandra Maldonado, bats fourth. Daisy Fuentes is playing second and bats fifth. Faith Hoover starts in left field and bats sixth. Sarah Cortez catching once again. She'll bat seventh. Batting eighth is the right fielder, Sienna Miller, and J.C. Bullen, the center fielder, rounds out the lineup. Batting ninth, the pitcher for the Jaguars in Game 2 is Audrey Sayas, who comes in with a 10-9 record. 19th start for her. 102 innings this season for the Harlingen native. And she struck out a team-leading 55 batters. Opponents hitting 290 off of Sayas. So we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back, and we'll have the start of Game 2 here at the Victoria U Sports Complex on the Jaguar Sports Network.
The NAIA reminds you that college sports do more than thrill and inspire us. They help prepare today's student athletes to be tomorrow's community leaders by teaching valuable skills like integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, building character beyond the game. This message was brought to you by the NAIA.
We go getting ready to go here at the Victoria U Sports Complex. Denali Garces leads it off for the Mustangs here in Game 2. She was the designated player in game one, went 1 for 3 with an RBI. One of just 2 RBIs for the Mustangs as UHV won 13-2. First pitch from Audrey Sayas is high, and we are underway at 3:14. The weather here in Victoria, blustery with the strong south wind off the coast. Check swing popped up to Daisy Fuentes for out number 1. Here's UHV's defense behind Sayas. Sarah Cortez, the catcher. Claire Blinka at first. Daisy Fuentes at second. Allison Snedeker at short. And Alyssa Carter at third. First pitch to Aubrey Ramos is the ball. Left to right in the outfield, it's Faith Hoover, J.C. Boland, and Sienna Miller. 1-0 on the way to Ramos. Fouls that one back to the screen. 1-1. Ramos held without a hit in 3 at-bats in game 1. Southwest fell to 13-32 overall, 9-18 in Red River Athletic Conference play. 1-1 is high, 2-1. UHV now 24-19, 16-9 in Red River Athletic Conference play, holding firmly in 4th place. Meanwhile, the Mustangs trying to maintain that 8th spot in the Red River Athletic Conference standings. The 2-2 count. This one popped, foul, third base side. We hold it 2-2. Sayas picked up her 10th win of the year in that 7-6 win over Xavier in extra innings. That was just the second game to go to extra innings for the Jaguars. 2-2, fouled once again. Sayas was good in relief against the Gold Nuggets. 4 innings, allowed just 2 hits to pick up the win. 2-2. Check swings, he holds up. That's a full count for Aubrey Ramos. Mentioned the wind. Gusts of over 35 miles an hour. Full count on the way. Swing and a miss. Sayas gets Ramos swinging for out number 2. Brings up Yesenia Rodriguez with 2 gone. Pitch on the way. Called strike 0-1. Oh, 1 on the way. Change up, misses. On 1 misses as well. It's 2-1 now. Sayas works with the 2-1. This one popped foul, and it's 2-2.
Everybody clap your hands.
Two misses, full count. This is the last game on the slate for the Red River Athletic Conference here on this Good Friday. We'll talk about the scores around the league in a little bit. 3-2 fouled off once again. Good battle here by Yesenia Rodriguez. She was 1 for 3. Audrey Sayas, a junior from Harlingen, came to UHV from Temple College. Line shot. Claire Blinka has it. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the first. No score here. Jags coming up for the first time on the Jaguar Sports Network.
The NAIA Champions of Character is more than just a program. It's a commitment to values that inspire greatness on and off the field, with integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership at the core. We're shaping student athletes, coaches, and fans to lead with purpose. It's a movement that goes beyond the sport, creating a culture of character that lasts a lifetime. Champions of Character, building character beyond the game.
Leading off, the first baseman, number 24, Claire Bolinka.
Claire Blinka gets things going for the Jaguars here in game 2. She'd love to start it off the way she started off game 1, as she went 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, one of which coming from a solo home run to lead off the game. First pitch from Alexis Bellin is outside 1-0. Bellin, a 5'4" junior from Odessa. There's a ball in the hole. Blinka beats it out. It's an infield single for Blinka.
Alyssa Carter.
Let's set the defense behind Bellin. Adriana Nettles, the catcher. Layla Stouter, the first baseman. Yesenia Rodriguez at second. Bunt popped up and fouled behind home plate. Liz Pinion at short. Denali Garces at third. Left and right in the outfield, it's Haley Hernandez, Aubrey Ramos, and Maya Andres. Oh, 1. High, 1-1. Bellin ranks 5th in the Red River Athletic Conference with 90 strikeouts this season. 1-1. Ground ball high chopper. That one eats up the shortstop. They're going to get the force out at second. One gone for Allison Snedeker. Swing and a miss. The throw into center field, and Carter's going to advance on the error. Stolen base in an error puts Carter 60 feet away from the game's opening run. Pitch on the way. Snedeker takes a called strike 2. Snedeker was 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, an RBI, and a couple of walks as the Jags romped in game 1. 0-2 is high. Bellin, a product of Mojo Permian High School, easily made famous by the Buzz Kissinger book, Friday Night Lights, as Snedeker swings through that one for strike 3 and out number 2.
Ball Maldonado.
D'Andra Maldonado up to bat, takes a called strike at the belt. You know, it's not just football that Permian cares about. 0-1. That one misses 1-1. Good baseball teams, good basketball teams. Odessa Permian tries to churn out good athletics, period. Maldonado holds up on the pitch high and inside, 2-1. But they certainly go berserk for their football. 2-1. That's outside, 3-1. Prior to coming to UHV, I got to spend some time out in West Texas, and in my professional life, 3-1 swing and a foul tip. And the count's full 3-2 here with 2 gone. And while living and working in San Angelo, I got to cover an Odessa Permian game. They played San Angelo Central at San Angelo Stadium, a 17,500 seat horseshoe, and it was spectacular. Foul ball, 3-2. You want to talk about a sold out crowd? People of West Texas love their athletics, not just football. And that's evident with how well they constantly churn out products, whether it's baseball, softball, basketball, football, track and field as well. Big out in that area. Payoff pitch once again from Bellin. Swing and a miss, and UHV strands a runner at third. Couple of strikeouts for Bellin. We go to the second no score here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex.
Prosperity Bank and PCI. Thank you. Leading off the first baseman, number 26, Layla Stouter.
Layla Stouter gets things going for the Mustangs here in the bottom of the second. No score. UHV had a good opportunity to play the game's first run, but stranded Alyssa Carter at third base. First pitch called strike. 0-1 just misses, and Sayas dealing with an even count here, 1-1 to Stouter. He had a big game, 2 for 3. Pops this one up. Claire Blinka giving chase, but the wind carries that one back towards the first base line. It's a strike to make it 1-2. The wind's going to wreak havoc on everyone today with how blustery it is here in South Texas. Doesn't feel bad, though. 85 degrees, 1-2. This one popped up on the infield. Allison Snedeker has it, and that's out number 1. Hernandez steps in for her first cut in game 2. Takes first pitch inside, 1-0. Fans, let us know where you're watching from. We had some people from Artesia, New Mexico, and El Paso chime in. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. 1-0. Line drive into center field. Jason Bolin has it and gets it in quickly. It's a 1-out single for Haley Hernandez.
Adriana Nettles.
This is the last game of the home slate for the Jaguars this season. 1-0. First pitch is a ball. I misread the scoreboard. It happens. 1-0. Check swing, and Nettles holds up. Nettles was the only other Mustang to record a multi-hit game, going 2 for 3 with an RBI in game 1. Oh, it's 2-0. This one lifted into left field. Faith Hoover is there for out number 2.
Shortstop number 1.
Liz Pinion up. 2 gone. Runner on first is Haley Hernandez with the first hit of the game for the Mustangs. This one lifted shallow center. That's trouble, and it drops in front of J.C. Bolin. So 2-out base hit puts runners at first and second for Lexi Martinez.
Lexi Martinez.
Lexi Martinez in the designated player role here in game 2. She caught game 1. First pitch to her is inside, 1-0. Martinez, 5'3" freshman from Hobbs, New Mexico, lifts this one. That's trouble, and it's down in front of Bolin. She cuts it off. She'll get a throw in quickly, but it's an RBI single. The throw to third, not in time. And the Mustangs open the scoring on an RBI single by Lexi Martinez.
On.
The 1-0 game now following the RBI single by Lexi Martinez. And the 9-hole hitter, Maya Andress, steps in and takes a called strike on the first pitch. Runners on the corners. 0-1. Ground ball foul ball rather. That's 0-2. Lexi Martinez not a threat to steal it first. She's got one stolen base, though. And here, with 2 outs, you can't think that you'd tempt Sarah Cortez, the catcher, to throw her out and risk being the final out of the inning. 1-2 pitch on the way. Runner goes. And in fact, she does. It's a stolen base for Martinez, and it's a 2-2 count. Second stolen base of the year for Martinez. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Andres goes down swinging, but the Mustangs open the scoring. They lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex.
The NAIA reminds you that college sports do more than thrill and inspire us. They help prepare today's student athletes to be tomorrow's community leaders by teaching valuable skills like integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, building character beyond the game. This message was brought to you by the NAIA.
UHVJaguars.com to learn more and become a member today. Leading off, the second baseman, number 8, Daisy Fuentes.
Daisy Fuentes gets things going for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the second. They trail 1-0 following an RBI single from Lexi Martinez. First pitch to Fuentes misses for ball 1. Fuentes was 1 for 1 with an RBI, also drew 2 walks. Ground ball right side. The first baseman, Stouter, has it. Or out number 1. Faith Hoover, she came into the game in the left field. Swings through the first pitch she sees. Hoover was 1 for 1 with a run scored. Pretty effective appearance offensively, if you ask me. 0-1 is high, 1-1. "22nd start this year for Hoover, 25th game in which she's featured for the Jaguars." Looks at ball 2 high, 2-1. Hoover, 271 hitter, 8 RBIs for her. She pokes that one to short. Double clutch, the throw not in time. And it's an infield single for Hoover with 1 gone. Following the single from Hoover, Sarah Cortez digs in for the first time here in game 2. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw in time. They got her. 2-6 caught stealing. And there's 2 gone. That's the first time that Hoover has been caught stealing this year. A perfect 8 for 8 before that. 0-1's in there for a strike, 0-2. Oh, 2 on the way to Cortez. That's high. Anything's not bolted down out here, it's going to blow away. 1-2. This one popped up on the infield. Pinion's there for out number 3, and Bellin faces the minimum after Faith Hoover's single is wiped away with a 2-6 caught stealing. We go to the third here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex. Southwest leads 1-0.
Let's see.
On to the third inning we go, and it's the top third of the order. Due up for the Mustangs. Denali Garces leads it off. The third baseman, 0 for 1 here in game 2, popped out in her first at-bat back in the first inning. The Mustangs lead 1-0 thanks to an RBI single by Lexi Martinez. Line shot past the glove of a diving Allison Snedeker, and it's a leadoff single for Garces, the Mustangs.
Looks
like we could have a potential pitch runner for Ramos. In fact, there is. It's Kylie Ralston.
Running at first base, number 12, Ralston.
Kylie Ralston comes in to run. First pitch hits Ramos. And now there's 2 on with nobody out.
The second baseman for 23, Yesenia Rodriguez.
First pitch on the way to Yesenia Rodriguez. Misses for ball 1. Rodriguez showing bunt and an obvious sacrifice opportunity here. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Shows bunt again, pops this one up, and that one gets past Sayas. She's going to have to underhand it. The throw, not in time. And they're going to make sure that everyone stays safe. It's a base hit, and the bases are loaded for Layla Stouter.
The first baseman, it's Layla Stouter.
Layla Stouter up, and glad to see her family from Indiana watching. This one's popped up and goes foul. Almost came over here to the scorers table where we're situated. But it's an 0-1 count now to Stouter. She popped out her first time up back in the second, but that was part of it. That prefaced a single by Haley Hernandez, who later came around to score on Lexi Martinez's RBI single. The 0-1 poked foul, and neither Daisy Fuentes nor Sienna Miller was able to track it down. It's 0-2 now. Stouter, a graduate senior from Prescott Valley, Arizona. 0-2. High chopper. Snedeker bobbles it. It's going to be an RBI single. Snedeker had to range quite a bit, and it's a hit. And it's a 2-0 game.
Left fielder for 11, Haley Hernandez.
Haley Hernandez now takes a called strike, 0-1. Two runs on 6 hits, 3 of which have come in this inning for the Mustangs. Change up and way out in front of it was Hernandez, 0-2. Oh, 2. Popped up on the infield. Linka. That's going to fall. Everybody's safe. It's an infield. So the batter's out, but a run will score on the infield fly. And a weird thing, that goes down as a sacrifice fly. Head coach Chris Petrosky in his 5th season out to argue the call. But a run will score. So that goes down as an infield fly to Linka. And it's a 3-0 game now.
Gotcha. Injury. Shortstop number 1, Liz Pinion.
It's a 3-0 game after Nettles popped out there. This one's lifted into right field. Sienna Miller charges hard and is there for out number 3 to end the inning. But 2 runs come home and the Mustangs extend their lead 3-0. We go to the bottom of the 3rd here on the Jaguar Sports Network.
The NAIA Champions of Character is more than just a program. It's a commitment to values that inspire greatness on and off the field with integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership at the core. We're shaping student athletes, coaches, and fans to lead with purpose. It's a movement that goes beyond the sport, creating a culture of character that lasts a lifetime. Champions of Character, building character beyond the game.
Leading off, the right fielder, number 23, Sienna Miller.
Sienna Miller gets things going for the Jaguars in the bottom of the third. UHV trails 3-0 after a 2-run frame by the Mustangs in the third. Miller swings through the first pitch from Lexi Bellin. And it's an 0-1 count. Miller takes first pitch, or the 0-1 pitch high. 1-1 is high, 2-1. Miller 0 for 3 in game one, but also had an RBI. 2-1 on the way. Foul tip, 2-2. Two. Just misses. Full count. Off pitch is fouled over the third base dugout. We hold it 3-2. Three-two once again. Called strike three. Miller down looking. JC Bolin into the batter's box for the first time and pokes that one into center field. It's a one-out single for the Jaguars, and that turns the lineup over to Blinka. Blinka, first pitch. That caroms off the pitcher's glove. Bolin's going to go first to third on the infield single for Claire Blinka, and it's another multi-hit game for her.
And first base, number 1, Casey Perez.
Runners on the corners, and it's going to be Kelsey Perez pinch running for Claire Blinka. UHV trailing 3-0. They're threatening here with runners on the corners and one out. Head coach Lindsay Ortiz opting for the speedy Kelsey Perez. She's going to go on the first pitch. The pitch is high. The throw cut off. The throw back home in time. 2-4-2 caught stealing. Head coach Lindsay Ortiz trying to argue for interference by the catcher. And she's not happy. It did look as though Nettles was in front of Bolin's path from third too early. The rule is you're supposed to give the runner an opportunity to get home if you don't have the ball yet, but that's not how the home plate umpire saw it, and there's two gone. Lifts this one into right field, and Andres has it. Or out number 3. UHV threatens, but the Mustangs respond by holding the Jags scoreless in the third.
The NAIA reminds you that college sports do more than thrill and inspire us. They help prepare today's student athletes to be tomorrow's community leaders by teaching valuable skills like integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, building character beyond the game. This message was brought to you by the NAIA.
Alexi Martinez.
Lexi Martinez will lead things off for the Mustangs here in the top of the fourth. Southwest leads 3-0, and it was Martinez's RBI single that put them in front in the second inning. First pitch is a line shot into center field, and it's a multi-hit game for Martinez.
The right field. Andres. First base number 5, Antonio Contreras.
After the single, Andrea Contreras is on to pinch run for Lexi Martinez, and it's Maya Andres showing bunt. Pulls back to take ball 1. Andres was a strikeout victim. 1-0, misses 2-0. It's a 2-1 count to Andres. That one misses. It's 3-1 now. Three one, swing and a miss. 3-2. I mentioned this is the last game on the slate for today for the Red River Athletic Conference. Payoff pitch on the way, poked foul over the screen behind home. Texas A&M Texarkana swept Xavier 11-0, 7-4. LSU Alexandria swept Jarvis 3-2 and 3-0. Called strike 3. Andres struck out for the second time. This time, looking. Denali Garces, the leadoff hitter, batting here with 2 outs. Or 1 out, rather. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Some good games on the Red River Athletic Conference slate tomorrow as LSUA and Louisiana Christian go at it in a doubleheader. 1-1 is ripped into center field. Bolin cuts it off, throws it in quickly, and there's 2 on with 1 out for Aubrey Ramos. That's an 11 o'clock doubleheader. Then the battle for San Antonio. Bunt hits past Sayas, and everybody's safe on a bunt single. And then Carter throws it away. Another run will score. It's a 4-0 game on the E5. And it goes into a dead area. It goes into a dead ball area, and each runner will get to advance on the error.
Second baseman number 23, Yesenia Rodriguez.
The batter is Yesenia Rodriguez after that error scored Contreras from third. It also advanced both runners into scoring position as it went into a dead ball area on the third base side. It's 2-2. This one lined into left field. Hoover has it, but it's a 2-run single. It's a 6-0 game, Mustangs. Head coach Lindsay Ortiz out. Looks like it'll be a pitching change, and it'll be Jocelyn Galvan coming in for the Jaguars. We'll have more on Galvan when we come back.
First baseman, number 26, Layla Stouter. Delaney Udahara.
The batter is Layla Stouter. The new pitcher is Jocelyn Galvan, a 5'7" sophomore from Aransas Pass, went to Vernon College. First pitch called strike to Layla Stouter. Galvan comes in with the team leading 2.65 ERA, 5-1 record in 12 appearances, 7 of which out of the bullpen, 42 and a third innings pitched. She's quickly ahead, 0-2 now. After that one finds the zone. She struck out 21 batters and allowed just 16 earned runs this season. Her first with the Jaguars, 0-2. Ground ball, left side, over to second for one. They get the lead runner. Two gone for Haley Hernandez. First pitch called strike by Jocelyn Galvan. Last time out, Galvan got the start against Xavier in game 2. It's 1-1 count to Haley Hernandez. That one misses, 2-1. Ball strike 2. It's 2-2 with 2 gone. Those 3 innings of work for Galvan. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Galvan comes in, does her job, but the Mustangs plate 3 runs. They lead 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th here on the Jaguar Sports Network.
The NAIA Champions of Character is more than just a program. It's a commitment to values that inspire greatness on and off the field with integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership at the core. We're shaping student athletes, coaches, and fans to lead with purpose. It's a movement that goes beyond the sport, creating a culture of character that lasts a lifetime. Champions of Character, building character beyond the game.
Leading off, the shortstop, number Snedeker.
The shortstop, Allison Snedeker, leads it off for the Jaguars here in the 4th, trailing 6-0. 6 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Mustangs. No runs, 4 hits, and an error for the Jaguars. First pitch from Lexi Bellin is in there for a strike. Snedeker was a strikeout victim back in the 1st inning. Counts even now, 1-1. Snedeker has played hero recently for the Jaguars with a walk-off single against Xavier, 1-1. This one roped into left field, and that's going to be to the wall. Allison Snedeker, a 2-out or a leadoff double to try and start a rally for the Jags, down 6.
The designated player, number 1, Diva Multi. Oh,
That's a 10th double of the season for Snedeker. And she's in scoring position for Deandra Maldonado, who was also a strikeout victim back in the first, in her first at bat this game. Maldonado, though, in game 1-2, hits this one into center field. Snedeker being waved around. She'll score. It's an RBI single for Maldonado, her third RBI in this doubleheader.
a second baseman. Daisy Fuentes.
Daisy Fuentes up now, looking to keep things going. Jags on the board, and she greets Bellin with the first pitch single into left field. So Daisy Fuentes on, and it's a mound visit for the Mustangs, as for the first time today, Lexi Bellin dealing with traffic. One run already home, two on with nobody out. Faith Hoover up now with two on, nobody out. She shows bunt. That gets away. Wild pitch advances the runners up 60 feet, and both are now in scoring position. So a shot here, base hit, could potentially make this a 3-run game. 1-0 is high, 2-0. Hoover this season, she's got 3 doubles, 1 triple, 8 RBIs. 2-0. That's high, 3-0. Pitch on the way. Called strike, 3-1. Jags looking to battle back. One of the biggest deficits they've had to face this season, 3-1. If the foul, the count goes full. They were down 3 against Xavier on Saturday. It was Daisy Fuentes who delivered the game-tying 3-run double. Ground ball up the middle. The only play is going to be to first, but Hoover beats it out. It's an RBI single. And it's a 6-2 game. So runners on the corners, nobody out. Called strike, 0-1. 6-2 our score. Faith Hoover with an RBI single. 0-1 is high. Hoover is going to get into second with a stolen base, trying to bait The catcher nettles into throwing down and potentially getting Fuentes in for the third run instead with nobody out. Cortez with an RBI opportunity with 2 in scoring position. 1-1 called strike at the belt. Cortez takes ball 2. It's 2-2. 15th start of the season for the Corpus Christi native, a product of Ray High School. 2-2. Ground ball up the middle, and that gets through off the glove of the pitcher. 2 runs will score. It's a 6-4 game on a 2-run single by Sarah Cortez. It's a brand new ball game. Jags with 4 runs here. Running at first base is Talia Martinez. DJ Zamora pokes this one foul. First pitch. She got an at-bat in UHV's 12-3 win, or 13-2 win. She was 0 for 1. But she's hitting .220 this season. Running at first base, number 11, Talia Martinez. Ground ball, third base side. The throw to second, not in time. It's a base hit. No, they're calling foul ball. And head coach Lindsay Ortiz is understandably irate. The third baseman, Denali Garces, fielded that on the line. So it's a foul ball. There's triple barrel action in the bullpen for Southwest. Looked like it was a base hit for Zamora, but they called it a foul ball. It's 0-2. That's outside 1-2. On 2 to the San Antonio native. That's high, 2-2. Zamora represents the tying run for the Jags here in the 4th. It's a 6-4 game. Ellen deals, swing and a miss. And Zamora's down on strikes.
The center fielder, number 5, PC Bowen.
Casey Bolin in. She singled her last time up. Takes ball 1 from Bellin. 1-0. This one popped up foul behind home plate, but Nettles didn't have a play. It's 1-1. Waiting in the on deck circle is player Blinka behind JC Bolin, who represents the game's tying run here in the fourth. 1-1. That's high, 2-1. Bolin was 1 for 2 in game one, had an RBI as well. Two one, fouled off 2-2. JC Bolin is having a fantastic last couple of weeks to close out the season. She hit 512 at bats last week and was 1 for 2 in game one. 2-2, fouled back once again. That one gets over the screen. Danger for the fans in lawn chairs. Bolin waits on the 2-2. Chases it one in the dirt. It's a drop third strike. And 2 gone for the Jaguars. Claire Blinka's 2 for 2 today. Pops this one up on the infield. That was a little trouble for Garces, but she gathered herself and recorded out number 3. But the Jags played 4. It's a 6-4 game. USW leads UHV as we go to the 5th here on the Jaguar Sports Network.
The NAIA reminds you that college sports do more than thrill and inspire us. They help prepare today's student athletes to be tomorrow's community leaders by teaching valuable skills like integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, building character beyond the game. This message was brought to you by the NAIA.
Leading off the catcher, number 9, Adriana Nettles. Entering the game for UHV, number 7, Jordan Jones.
We go to the 5th. It's a new ball game. UHV plating 4 in the 4th, but they still trail 6-4 here against University in the Southwest. It's 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Mustangs, including 8 leading off with Adriana Nettles, the catcher. She takes the first pitch for a called strike from Jocelyn Galvan. Final line for the starter, Audrey Sayas, 3 1/3 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. 0-1 just misses. 1-1 is lifted into center field, but playable for Bolin, who has it. Couple of steps into left center for out number 1.
For one.
The shortstop, Liz Pinion, comes up. Third time at the plate for her today. She's 1 for 2. A single and a fly out. Takes the first pitch, call strike on the outside corner. Jocelyn Galvan deals. 1 in the dirt. She's been good in the circle. She's picked up 3 outs and 3 at bats. Misses inside 2-1. There's a reason she has the team leading 2.65 ERA entering today. 2-1. That one misses 3-1. Three one on the way from Galvan. It's high, ball 4. The 1 out walk by Liz Pinion.
Lexi Martinez.
Lexi Martinez, the designated players of. She's 2 for 2. Takes a called strike. 1. Southwest scored 6 unanswered runs, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, before the Jaguars responded with 4 in the fourth, making this a 6-4 ball game. 0-1 misses just inside to the Hobbs native. Fans, let us know where you're watching from. Seen a lot of Mustangs fans watching. Glad y'all are supporting your team. 1-1. This one lifted into center field, and it's a third hit of the game for Lexi Martinez. And there's 2 on with 1 out for Maya Andres.
Right fielder, Maya Andres.
It's the first hit that Galvan has allowed, and her inning plus of relief. First pitch just misses 1-0. She wanted that one. It looked like a good pitch. 1-0. Called strike. 1-1. After this, the Jaguars, they go on the road to face Houston Tillotson next Saturday in a doubleheader that was rescheduled from last week. 1-1. Called strike 2. The Southwest, this is the end of their regular season according to their schedule. 1-2. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. There's 2 gone.
The third baseman, number 3, Denali Garces.
Denali Garces up. The third baseman has singled in each of her last 2 at bats, and she's come around to score. She takes first pitch for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Couple of strikeouts for Jocelyn Galvan. And this relief outing. This one popped up on the infield, and Sarah Cortez has it for out number 3. It's a shutout inning as Galvan works around a walk and a single. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Mustangs lead 6-4. UHV looking to rally in the bottom of the fifth.
Leading off the third baseman, number 3, Alyssa Carter.
Alyssa Carter leads it off for the Jaguars here in the fifth. It's a 6-4 game. Southwest leads. Alexis Bellin in there for the fifth inning. First pitch to Carter is high. Bellin started each game for the Mustangs yesterday as they swept Houston Tillotson. The throw in time. A stretch there by Stouter. And the leadoff batters retired for the Jaguars. Allison Snedeker leads or digs in with one out. It was 13 innings pitched yesterday for Bellin. As she fires the 1-0 in there for a strike. The Mustangs won 12-2 and 14-2 in those games. It's a 3-1 count now. Allen had 9 strikeouts in those 2 games. Snedeker draws a 1-out walk.
The designated player, number 5, Deidre Maldonado.
Deandra Maldonado in for her third plate appearance today. Crowds this one left side. Third baseman Garces goes to second. That gets away. It's going to be an error on the third baseman. A fielder's choice for Maldonado, but there's runners on the corner.
Daisy
Fuentes takes the first pitch for a ball. She singled her last time up as part of that 4-run frame for the Jaguars. She represents the go-ahead run here. One gone. She lines that one right back to the third baseman. And now there's 2 gone for Faith Hoover. Faith Hoover up now with two gone, two on as well. Runners on the corners. First pitch to the Needville, Texas native is called strike. She's 2 for 2 with a couple of singles, an RBI, and a stolen base. Ground ball up the middle and through. One run will score. It's a 6-5 game on the RBI single by Faith Hoover. Couple of RBIs for Faith Hoover, who's 3 for 3 today in game 2. She's also 4 for 4.
On second base, 16, Celeste Laura.
Sarah Cortez, the batter, takes the first pitch high and outside for ball 1. Jordan Jones in the on-deck circle. 1-0. This one poked into left field. That one's down. Celeste Lars being waved around. It's a tie game. An RBI single by Sarah Cortez. She's got 3. And just like that, it's a brand new ball game. 6-6, 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error for each team. Jordan Jones fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Go-ahead run is at third. It's Faith Hoover. Sarah Cortez with a single. The RBI single. She's got 3 RBIs in this game as Jones takes the 0-1 off the plate. 1-1. This Bellin deals 1-1. That one hits Jones, and the bases are loaded for J.C. Boland.
Loading the center fielder for 5, J.P. Will.
Oh, here's the spot you want to be in if you're J.C. Boland, the player who's arguably one of the hottest hitters in this lineup for the Jaguars. She takes the first pitch inside 1-0. Bases loaded for her. UHV's been good in bases loaded situations. This one lifted, right field, foul ball. Boland didn't miss that one by much and could have really broken this game open for UHV. This season, Jags hitting .366. Oh, strike 1 and 2 now. Faith Hoover at third. Sarah Cortez at second. Jordan Jones at first. It's a tie game, 6-6. Boland lifts this one into right center. That one is grabbed by Aubrey Ramos to end the inning. But the Jags plate 2 more and they tie it 6-6 as we go to the 6th inning here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex.
The NAIA reminds you that college sports do more than thrill and inspire us. They help prepare today's student athletes to be tomorrow's community leaders by teaching valuable skills like integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, building character beyond the game. This message was brought to you by the NAIA.
To Aubrey Ramos.
We go to the 6th tie ball game, 6 runs apiece. 2, 3, and 4 to up for the Mustangs as Aubrey Ramos is in the left-handed batter's box and lines this one right at Claire Blinka on the first pitch for out number 1.
Yes, sir.
One gone for Yesenia Rodriguez here in the top of the 6th. Jocelyn Galvan deals and fires a first pitch strike in there against Rodriguez. Rodriguez had a 2-run single in the 4th and also singled in the 3rd. She's 2 for 3, 0-1. Out in front of the changeup, 0-2. Some much-needed cloud cover here at the Victoria U Sports Complex. No rain necessarily in the forecast today, but there is some this weekend. 0-2. Rise ball high, 1-2. One, 2. That one's down in the dirt. 2-2. Galvan would love to see her team scratch across a couple more runs. 2-2. High chopper. Snedeker has it on a hop over to first in time. Or out number 2.
The first baseman, number 26, Layla Stouter.
Layla Stouters in and fouls off the first pitch she sees from Jocelyn Galvan. Stouter was the first batter that Galvan faced. She reached on a fielder's choice. So far, Galvan has only issued a walk and allowed 1 hit as she works here in the 6th, 1-1. Called strike 2, 1-2. Galvan has had a shutout, 3 innings of relief so far. 1-2. Ground ball right, left side. Snedeker fields it, throws in time. 1-2-3 inning. Just what the doctor ordered for the Jags. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied 6-6 here at the Victoria U Sports Complex.
The NAIA Champions of Character is more than just a program. It's a commitment to values that inspire greatness on and off the field, with integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership at the core. We're shaping student athletes, coaches, and fans to lead with purpose. It's a movement that goes beyond the sport, creating a culture of character that lasts a lifetime. Champions of Character, building character beyond the game.
Leading off, the first baseman, number 24, Claire Bolita.
To the bottom of the sixth we go. Tie game 6-6. Claire Blinka leads it off as it's the top third of the order. 2 up for the Jaguars. First pitch, high and inside, 1-0 from Lexi Bellin.
The first baseman, number 3, Alyssa.
Who else would it have been? Claire Blinka with a home run to left field. Breaks the deadlock, and UHV leads 7-6, coming all the way back from 6 runs down. Alyssa Carter hit by the first pitch, and she's on base for Allison Snedeker.
The shortstop,
1 on, nobody out for Allison Snedeker, who takes the first pitch called strike. It's a 5-hit day for Claire Blinka. 5 for 7. Allison Snedeker takes that one high, 1-1. Alyssa Carter's on first. Snedeker lifts this one. Six.
the designated player, team from
Well, those are the ones you need to call. 4th home run of the year for Allison Snedeker, and it's a 2-run bomb to dead center. UHV with a 3 spot here in the 6th. They lead 9-6. First pitch to Maldonado is high, 1-0. So Southwest scored 6 unanswered runs between the 2nd and 4th, and now UHV 9 unanswered runs. They lead by 3. 2-0 the count now. After being put on their heels early on, the Jags have responded here through the middle innings. the late innings, rather. It's 3-0 now to Maldonado. Three O's in there, 3-1 now. Three one. Called strike two on the outside corner. Counts full. Out pitch. Fouled off. Maldonado. She's reached twice, fouls that one off. We hold it 3-2. She reached on a fielder's choice and later came around to score. And then she had an RBI single as part of a 4-run fourth inning. That goes on top of a 2-for-3 day in game one with 2 RBIs. 3-2 once again. This one line, but it's drifting foul up the left field line. Now the Jaguars are really starting to see the pitches from Bellin, the ace for Southwest, really well. Maldonado not missing extra bases by much there. 3-2, ground ball left side. And it's an error by the shortstop.
Eight. Easy.
Here's the pick the stick candidate for student statistician Jace Mitcherling. Instead, Fuentes drops down a bunt to throw. Not in time. And it gets away. It's an error. That'll go down as an E2 sacrifice. That'll put runners on the corners for Faith Hoover. Now Scott Petrosky coming out. He'll talk to his infield and his pitchers, or his pitcher, Lexi Bellin, who looked really good early on, but the last 3 innings, UHV has plated 9, 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 3 here in the 6th, thanks to a couple of home runs. One from Claire Blinka, and then a 2-run shot by Allison Snedeker. Runners on the corners for Faith Hoover. Nobody out still. First pitch fouled. So, a couple of errors. There have been 3 errors committed in this inning for the Mustangs. 0-1. This one lifted into the gap. That one's going to drop. Faith Hoover with an RBI double. And UHV now leads 10-6. Sarah Cortez, the batter, takes first pitch for a strike. Cortez Leaves that one up. It's 1-1. Cortez, 3 RBIs, 2 for 3 here in game 2. 1-1. Ground ball, diving play by the third baseman. And she's going to get Hoover in a rundown. Hoover able to get to second. Oh, my goodness. It's an RBI fielder's choice.
The fielder, number 7.
Scott Petrosky is out, and it's going to be a pitching change as Bellin's day is done. UHV leads 11-6. We'll have more about the new pitcher when we come back here on the Jaguar Sports Network.
The NAIA reminds you that college sports do more than thrill and inspire us. They help prepare today's student athletes to be tomorrow's community leaders by teaching valuable skills like integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership, building character beyond the game. This message was brought to you by the NAIA.
20, Ashley Alvarez.
New pitcher into the game is Ashley Alvarez. We saw her in game 1. Entered today with a 10.89 ERA. Jordan Jones shows bunt, but a passed ball is going to advance the runners. And with nobody out, Jones has a chance with 2 in scoring position. Jones was hit by a pitch last time up. Or her first time up, rather. This one lifted, and Hoover is back in time as that one's a pop out to the third baseman.
That's 5.
One gone and 2 in scoring position for JC Boland. She's 1 for 3. That one gets away. Faith Hoover, she's going to score. Pass ball makes it a 12-6 game as Faith Hoover scores 1-0. That one's high. Well, UHV is 2 runs away from enacting the run rule after being behind 6-0 going into the bottom half of the 4th. 2-0 on the way. Boland pops this one foul behind home plate and out of play. It's 2-1. Boland 1 for 3, single, strikeout, and a flyout. Line shot up the middle, and it's a base hit and an RBI for Boland. Jags lead 13-6. Claire Blinka up for the second time this inning as the Jags have batted around 7 runs this inning. She takes the first pitch from Alvarez. Ball 1. And Blinka could walk it off right here. 1 run would enact the run rule for the Jaguars. 1-0. Blinka takes a strike on the inside corner. 2 home runs today for Blinka brings her season total up to 10. And she's now got 43 RBIs. Lifts this one foul into the screen. It's 1-2. She started this inning with a home run, a solo shot. Then Alyssa Carter got on via the hit by pitch. And then Allison Snedeker clubbed her 4th home run of the year, a 2-run shot. And UHV now leads 13-6. That one popped up into shallow right field, but the second baseman, Yesenia Rodriguez, is there. Round number 2.
Three. Oh.
Alyssa Carter up. That one misses. No. Carter's 0 for 3. She was hit by a pitch and later came around to score, as I mentioned, on Snedeker's home run. 1-0. This one poked into right field. That one's dropping, and that's a base hit. J.C. Boland is going to hold it third, and runners on the corners for Allison Snedeker. Brings up Allison Snedeker for the second time this inning. Last time up, just a humdrum 2-run home run to dead center. First pitch called strike as Alyssa Carter steals second. That's the 4th home run of the year for Snedeker. And the count's even 1-1. As I mentioned, after this, the Jags will head to Houston-Tillotson to close out the regular season. But as it sits right now, they would be the 4 seed in the Red River Athletic Conference tournament. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. As things stand right now, it would be Olu versus Southwest, LSUA versus Xavier, Texarkana versus LC, and UHV versus A&M San Antonio. Swing and a miss. Snedeker down swinging. But the Jags break the game open. They lead 13-6, and they'll look to close it out in the top, the 7th here on the Jaguar Sports Network.
Please, now pitching for the Jaguars, number 10, Kira Reese. Leading off for the Mustangs, the left fielder, number 11, Haley Hernandez.
During the game is Kira Reese, the freshman from Van Vleck, Texas, making her 14th appearance for the Jaguars. She has an 0-1 win-loss record, 7.88 ERA, 21 and a third innings pitched. First pitch from her. This is inside for ball one to Haley Hernandez. 1 for 2 today with an RBI. That RBI came on a bizarre play. It was an infield fly, but the runner at third advanced 1-0. High, 2-0. Reese, 5 strikeouts this season. Opponents hitting .427 against her, 2-0. Ground ball through the left side, and it's a leadoff single for Haley Hernandez. Reese inherits a 7-run lead as Jocelyn Galvan will be in line for the win, which would be her 6th, barring a comeback here. This pitch to Adriana Nettles is high. She's searching for her first hit here in game 2. Couple of flyouts and a pop out for Nettles. 1-0. That one misses, 2-0. This is good offensive production from the Jaguars, and just what you want when you're heading to getting ready for the conference tournament. Snap throw to first, not in time. That's just what they need as they begin their quest for a 7th conference title. 3-0, called strike 3-1. Ground ball left side, fair ball. Throw to second is errant, and it goes all the way to the wall. 1 run will score. And Nettles is in to third on the error. That was a ball that was similar to the one hit by VJ Zamora earlier. It was called foul and later led to a strikeout by Zamora. This one popped up on the infield. Linka has it for out number 1.
The designated play from Lexi Martinez.
Lexi Martinez up. She's singled in each of her 3 at-bats. Takes the first pitch from Reese high. Oh, just misses outside. 2-0. Corner infielders step in. 2-0's in there for a strike, 2-1. It's a 13-7 ball game. Southwest appeared to be cruising, leading 6-0 after 3.5 innings. But then 13 unanswered runs by the Jaguars. 2-1, misses high, 3-1. 3-1 on the way. Called strike 2. Now it's a full count to Lexi Martinez. Three-two. High chopper over Reese's glove, but fielded by Fuentes, and it's an RBI ground out to make it a 13-8 game, but the Mustangs down to their final out.
Combo.
Hannah Campos, the pinch hitter, represents the last hope for the Mustangs here. 13-8 game. He lifts this one into right center, but Jordan Jones is there, and that'll do it. The Jags roar back and win 13-8 to sweep the doubleheader.
Team win in game 2. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us out here at the Victoria Youth Sports Complex all season. We ask that you please log on to UHVJaguars.com for schedule, scores, updates, and more as the Jags make a push for their 7th conference title next month in Louisiana. Thank you, and please drive home safely.
So what a game by the Jaguars as they roar back. It was a go-ahead solo home run by Claire Blinka in the 6th. But it was a 4 RBI showing for Sarah Cortez, 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Faith Hoover, 4 for 4, 3 RBIs. Allison Snedeker, 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. And Claire Blinka and JC Bolin, each with multi-hit showings and an RBI. Deandra Maldonado also added an RBI as well. The winning pitcher is Jocelyn Galvan, throwing 2 2/3 innings and improves to 6-1 for the Jaguars. Meanwhile, the loss goes to Alexis Bellin, who falls to 7-14 in the circle. That wraps up UHV softball for us here from the Victoria Youth Sports Complex this season. We thank you for tuning in all season long to keep up with the Jags as they make a push for the 7th conference title in school history. Visit UHVJaguars.com. Thank you